Sometimes you have clients that want to live, far away from everybody and want all the privacy, a lot of land, no HOA. But then there's sometimes when you have clients where they want to be close to other people and they want to have the familial, feeling of like the neighbors with the kids, the trick-or-treating in the neighborhood. Well, this community that I'm in right now and this floor plan that I'm going to show you, what's interesting about the community itself is it's going to be 3,300 homes once the community is completed. So getting in, this early into the process, you're going to have the best opportunity to build all of that equity and get to know all the, potential friends and families you're going to be able to make here very early on. Let's dive into this new community in Orlando, and let me show you what this floor plan looks like under 1,900 square feet. And at the end, I'll give you some numbers of what it'll cost to get in here. Let's check it out. So my name is Joe Denny Ogando. I'm a Central Florida realtor and mortgage loan originator. So if you need help with the real estate side, buying, selling, investing, or you need help with the mortgage side, refinancing, purchasing, I'll be able to help you with both. On this channel, we explore all things real estate throughout Central Florida. So we go through new constructions, we go through resale homes, we put a bunch of our listings up, some properties that might be on the market with other agents. So if that's the type of content you were looking for, consider subscribing to this channel. Drop a like on this video so it could reach more people. Also, drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. It's pretty interesting to see where all the viewers are watching from and where the future clients might be moving in from. Let's check out this property. So we're located in Orlando, Florida. We're right around East Orlando, Lee Vista area, like 10, 15 minutes from the airport, about 20, 30 minutes from Disney, about 20, 30 minutes from Universal as well. So I would consider this area to be pretty centrally located. This is the front exterior of the home. And as you can see, you know, it has some nice curb appeal. You have the brick pavers in the front as well. Let me know what your thoughts are on the front of this property. Sorry about the sweater. It's a little cold outside, or as us New Yorkers say, it's a little brick outside. So we're sitting at 1896 square feet, and they have a different configuration that could make this property 1916 square feet. 3 beds, 2.5 bathrooms. What's interesting about this community, and I have other videos as well in here as well, they have 9 model homes. They have 2 more model homes coming. It's gonna be 11 model homes, but they have potentially up to 25 different configurations and floor plans. So if you're into like customizing your home and trying to figure out, you know, what finishes you wanna get and what floor plan you wanna get, this is definitely the time to do that, because later on, once the resales start happening, you're pretty much stuck with whatever that previous owner picked and their style, their colors. Well, you could change the colors, but now is the best time to pretty much start from the ground up and have the property your way. I also wanted to talk about my builder list. So because I go all around Central Florida and visit with all the builders and all the new construction, you know, there's an advantage there. I have connections with all the different builders, so I'm always getting emails, text messages, calls whenever there's like a promotion, a property back on the market, a new construction community coming soon. So think about this, when you're trying to buy a property and you're doing it on your own, you're just Googling away and you're trying to figure out, new construction Orlando, you're gonna see what the top spending builders are paying to basically put that search result in front of you through Google AdWords or something. And then the builders that you may not know about yet, only realtors know about, you might lose out on a great deal because somebody just spent a little bit more money on marketing. Because the way Google works, at the top of Google, you're gonna basically see who pays to be at the top. So don't rely on just the internet. Get a trusted realtor to basically help you out as well. Right now, last time I checked, I had about 50 to 60 contacts in different new constructions all over Central Florida, as well as Florida, the whole state. So pretty much what a client does is they tell me their profile. They tell me, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. And then I go in my system, click, 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 send a few messages out to the builder reps that I already know. And they will tell me what they have in their communities as well as some of their other communities. Some of the builder reps can cross-sell in different communities. So they may not have a good deal in their community, but they'll tell you 10 minutes down the road, we have a way better deal. So if that sounds beneficial to you, consider reaching out to me. My contact information will be down in the description and somewhere on the screen so we can get the process started. But let's tour this home and then let me know what you think at the end. So when you walk into the home, you have a little half bathroom right here, a nice little closet here, and then you have 2 little space here for 2 little seats or something nice. You could put a nice little plant there or something. You have a open window right there, that way you can have some bright sunlight, coming in. There's not like a wall right there. So this property has a lot of natural sunlight coming in because of that. This is the entrance. Then right off of the entrance, you're greeted with the living room right over here. Nice little ceiling fan here. And you have those windows here, those windows there, the window right behind you. So there's a lot of like natural light that's coming in, throughout the day, which is pretty awesome. It makes the room feel a little bit bigger with all the natural light coming in. That's the living room there. Right next to the living room, you have your kitchen. You have a great little open floor plan. Nice size island, upgraded countertops, nice backsplash. They put for the model, they have the crown molding on the cabinets here. That's an upgrade, of course. Stainless steel appliances. What are your thoughts on this kitchen? So it's like really nice size, and you have the living room right there. So as you're cooking right over here, you can watch the TV right there. Or if you're doing dishes right over here, the TV is right there. Let me show you guys where the TV is at. So that's gonna be your view from the kitchen area. So you could pretty much see if anybody's walking up to your door, you know, if they're trying to door knock you and sell you solar or, you know, help you sell your house in the future. You can see that right from here. You can have the living room situated here, and then you have the nice sized wall right here for your massive TV while you're cooking or cleaning dishes or anything. So I really like that layout because some of the other builders, the way they do their layouts, they'll have the kitchen and then they'll have like the living room situated in a way where the TV is located. You can only hear it. You're not gonna be able to see it. So this is it's very well thought out the way this floor plan is, in my opinion. Let me know what your thoughts are. Now for the pantry itself, they've partnered with the Container Store where they'll give you up to 20% off if you buy a property with them off of the package that they have set up into this pantry. So it's not standard, you know, but you'll get a discount. This is gonna be sort of like your dining area. And I really like how this builder does like, you know, these fancy light fixtures. It's not like a cookie cutter type of regular light. Let me know what your thoughts are on these nice little fancy lights. But this is your dining room right over here, right next to your kitchen, right next to your living room, and it's gonna be the pantry. And then through this door right over here, we're gonna have access to the space between the garage. So instead of having a traditional backyard, it's kind of like a bungalow style. So single family bungalow versus a single family, like, I guess, ranch style. So with this, you're gonna have like space right there in the back. And if you fence the sides, you'll have the privacy you need back there. Let's check out the outside. Oh, hey, sorry for the noise. They're doing construction here. You know, they are still building homes here. But this is like your outside, in between garage and home area. You put a nice little fence back here, and then you fence back there. You know, you could let the dog run around, you could let the kids run around, you could do whatever back here. You still have your privacy, and you still could feel that nice Florida weather. Let me know if you like this type of setup, or if you're more into like a traditional backyard. I kind of like this because not a lot of grass to cut here, but let me know your thoughts. Then right through this door, you're gonna have your 2-car garage. Very nice size, clean garage, so you can park the cars. So it will be rear loading. So you'll park in the back of the property, and then you walk through the door, and you walk in through your kitchen, and you're in your home. I wanted to give you guys a look at what that looks like behind the home. So it's not your traditional style property. Sorry for the noise. But this is where the garage is at. The front of the home is on the other side, and then you have a side right there where we were just at. What are your thoughts on this different, you know, kind of like orientation where the garage is in the back? Are you used to that, or are you more used to the garage being in the front of the house? Now, as you walk upstairs, you're greeted with this amazing sized loft. I love lofts. I love living rooms. I love, you know, common areas like this where the family could just hang out, watch some TV, play video games. What's your favorite part of the house? I think the loft might be top 3 for me. Then right off the loft on the left side, when you're walking upstairs, we have 2 of the 3 bedrooms right next to each other. Another bathroom right behind me. So downstairs you have the half bathroom. Up here you're gonna have the full bathroom. So these 2 rooms would be sharing this bathroom. And then on the other side of the property, you're gonna have your master primary away from everyone else. So you have your privacy, your domain, your sanctuary. It's all over there on that side of the property. Now, for a property like this, at the time of this video, so starting prices in this community are in the low 400s, but it doesn't mean you're gonna walk out the door with paying only $400,000. There's lot fees, upgrade fees, and everything. So all in, the minimum in this community, I think starting with the townhomes, you'd be at 450. Something like this that we just toured is around 470 starting. And then you have to add the lot premium and any upgrades that you want. Good rule of thumb that I've heard from a few different builder reps is when you're calculating upgrades, you want to look and calculate 5 to 10% or 5 to 12%, depending on how bougie you are and how luxurious you want to feel, of the actual base price. So if we were to have something like this at 470, and let's say the lot premium's like 30,000, which I'm not sure what it is right now, they always change, but let's say we're at 500,000, and then you do like another 5% in upgrades, you'd be at 525 all in for something like this. Right now there's resale homes that are going for higher than that, and you're not going to be able to change anything in it or anything like that. So I think that if you're going to spend that type of money, I would probably build something brand new from the ground up and get to choose everything. That's just my opinion if I'm spending $500,000. Now, I wanted to talk about some different loan scenarios. So if you've watched my videos before, you know I like to take the time and pretty much break down what it costs to buy a property. The tricky part is I am a mortgage loan originator as well, but I can't tell you what your monthly payment's going to be because it also depends on the rate that it is at the time, any incentives the builder's offering, your credit. So it's kind of hard to determine what your actual monthly payment's going to be until you actually get a pre-approval, and then we'll give you like a loan estimate. But as far as like cash to close or money out of pocket, if we're looking at a 525 purchase price, there's different loan options. So if you did like a 5% down conventional or a VA loan where it's 100% financing, or FHA 3.5% down, depending on the loan limits, because different areas have loan limits on how high they would go for those loans. But let's just say a 525, 5% down. You also have to factor in for what's called closing costs. So closing costs are going to be the fees associated with potentially the buying of the property. There's like appraisal fees in there, title search fees, HOA capital contribution fees. There's all the different fees associated with buying a property. So with closing costs, a good rule of thumb is anywhere from 3 to 5%. So if we use like a 4% number on top of the 5% that it's going to cost to have, like, let's say a conventional down payment for like a first-time home buyer, we come up with like a 9% estimate. So if we do 525 times 9%, you'd be pretty much right under $50,000. Now the good news is most builders, almost every builder that I've worked with, well, except for one, I'm not gonna name any names, they like to give out incentives. They like to give away closing costs, reduced rates. I have a builder right now that just called me and said, yo, we're doing $20,000 in closing costs. Not this builder here, but a different one. We're doing up to $20,000 in closing costs and buying down the rate under 5%. And if you're watching this video right now when the rates are in the 6 and 7s, you know, in the last 50 years, historically, the rates have been at 7.8. There was a time about 2 or 3 years ago where the rates dipped really low to like the 2s and the 3s and the 4s. But historically, 7.8 has been the average rate in the last 50 years. Right now, we are in historically low rates. We're sitting in the 6s now. And what these builders are doing is they're going to be able to buy that rate down even more with some of their incentives. And most of them are doing fixed rate buy down. So you want to be careful that it's not a temporary rate buy down, because there's also temporary options like 2-1 buy downs, 3-2-1 buy downs. And if you want more information on that, just reach out to me. I can give you some different loan scenarios and everything. But you know, at bare minimum, something like this, you're a little bit 50,000 or less. And then if the builder's offering an incentive, let's say it's the builder that's giving away 20,000. Out of that 50,000, 20 is covered. Now you're down to 30. You know, tax time is coming up, so some people will be getting their income tax checks. Some people have 401ks that they didn't know they could borrow against or withdraw from in order to purchase a home. Some people have life insurance policies that they didn't know they can use some of that money that has accrued there to basically buy a house or do something, you know, to pay down some debt. So there's different scenarios in which you can get the money from different savings accounts that you might already have that you're unaware of. I just had a client recently that didn't know that there was money going into their 401k, and when they were looking around for money for a down payment, they realized on their paycheck the money was going to a 401k, and there was enough money in there to help them to basically cover their down payment. And then we had the seller help out with some of the closing costs, and they moved in with basically like technically like $1,000 out of pocket, because the rest came from the 401k and the seller concession as well. So we can find a deal. We can make a deal happen. So, I mean, going through all these new constructions all over the place, I have access to pretty much all price points. I've seen new construction for as low as $270, you know, in Ocala and Bellevue, $270 with reduced rates and a bunch of closing costs. I've seen new construction for the millions. So pretty much I'm confident that I can help you find what you're looking for, if it exists, of course, because sometimes there's unrealistic expectations of like somebody that wants to spend a certain amount in a certain area, and you know, I can't really control that. Negotiations only go so far. But you know, if you need help with real estate, mortgage, anything related to that, I'm your guy. Reach out to me, and I hope you enjoyed this tour. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram too. Somewhere on the bottom I'll put my Instagram, and you can get like a behind the scenes when I'm at all these builders. I'm always posting stuff like on Instagram, like quick sales that I hear about. So you want to be tuned in there to the Instagram. You want to be following here. I also got TikTok and a whole bunch of other social media. But that's pretty much it. I will see you on the next video. Peace.